They tell you one story, a comfortable narrative, but we're here to expose what's hidden in the shadows, demanding justice, fighting for accountability. The question is, are you ready for the truth? This is The Johnny Binder Show.
Don't let anybody take your manhood. Be proud of our heritage. As somebody said earlier tonight, we don't have anything to be ashamed of. Somebody told a lie one day. They couched it in language. They made everything black, ugly, and evil. Look in your dictionary and see the synonyms of the word black. There's always something degrading and low and sinister. Look at the word white. It's always something pure, high, and clean. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will cry out, yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful.
Tearing me apart. I still say your name. I still keep your light. My child, my heart, my love.
Woo! Welcome to the Johnny Binder Show, everyone. I must say that opener made me a little emotional over here. Before we move forward, just want you to know that the views and opinions expressed by guests and clips presented on this program are their own and do not represent the views of the Johnny Binder Show. The content provided is for informational and commentary purposes only. The show makes no claims of veracity or independent verification. Therefore, viewer discretion is advised. And as always, we talk about sensitive subjects, so just be mindful of that as well. So tonight, fam, our subject is they thought we'd stop asking. Prayer, pressure, and the fight for justice continues. So today we're talking about what happens when questions don't go away just because the headlines do. From the latest developments in the Karmelo Anthony fight for the new trial, to Nolan Wells' family continuing to press for answers, and other young men whose families are still demanding transparency and accountability. Today's message is simple. They thought we'd stop asking. We're going to lay out the facts, separate what's verified from what's alleged, and then let you decide what you think. And make sure you stay with us because Johnny Binder will be weighing in with his commentary and perspective throughout the show. But before we get into those heavy conversations, you know how we do it here. We begin with prayer and a word of encouragement because some subjects require more than information. They require strength, they require wisdom, and they require discernment.
Dear God, I know your word says to be slow to anger. Controlling my emotions has been difficult for me lately. And normally I'm so calm and collected. But every now and then, I just step out of my body. I allow external forces and things that really are out of my control to control me, God, I don't want to get the rewards from the world. They get excited and salivate over conflict and high tension. God, I need you to keep me grounded. And I know so many people that didn't make it just because they couldn't control their emotions. Protect me from the darkest parts of myself and keep me reminded why losing my composure is not optional. And I thank you for keeping me safe and protecting me this long. Thank you, God. Amen.
Reason why it is that we're not hearing anything from a lot of these churches is we got pastors with missing throats. They ain't saying nothing about nothing. I mean, nothing about nothing. Reason.
Says America has never been a Christian nation and never will be. Here it is.
There has never been a Christian nation. You don't live in one now. A Christian nation would never have killed and displaced 20 million Native Americans who are still left out and living in poverty. A Christian nation would never have thought that owning slaves was pleasing to God, or that it lined up with Scripture in any way, shape, or size. And we not only practiced it, but we were so obsessed with it that we went to war about it. We had a civil war. And in that civil war, 500,000 Americans died. That's more than Americans that died in World War II or any other war we've ever had. Our own civil war. We killed 500,000 of our own people so people could have the right to own other people as property.
Preach, man of God. See, that is my brother. The reason he's my brother is because he expresses my values, okay, and seeks to protect them. That is your brother. That is your sister. Another pastor named Rob Fuquay would rebuke Christian nationalism. Here it is.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
Malcolm ain't no joke, man. And I love him, man. And we have to understand now, we play it because they, by all means necessary right now. And the hanging of our children and our women, 14, 15, 16, cutting their heads off, taking their body parts, sticking in their mouth. There's too much going on, ladies and gentlemen. We open up with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. I got some stuff, some commercials I'm gonna do on here for my daughter in a minute. She's gonna come on and help us with the show and other people. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is very serious. The name of this is Prayer, Pressure, the Fight for Justice Continues.
Minister, your volume is low.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's at 100 now. Okay. So again, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me now?
Okay, keep going.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, they trying to stop me because this show's so hot. They don't even want it out. We do different stuff. We solution based, and we try to open up your head where you can think and get yourself ready to be successful for your wife, your women, and your children. So we do whatever it takes to get you to understand that we've been lied to. And all that stuff about we're gonna wait to see and all, ain't gonna wait to see nothing. It's a homicide. Nolan Wells is a homicide, and 4 of them. We just got to figure out who did what. I kind of know, because I'm almost 1,000% sure about that woman. Can't prove it, boy, but it's no other reason to do what happened, because they didn't go there to hurt him. That happened from an altercation, his phone and all that. Then the girl seen it. I don't know where she at. She was on Nancy Grace last night. Nancy read the letter, and the sister done disappeared. We don't know where she at. Sister, wherever you at, if you can hear my voice, send the tape in and let us put you in a safe house somewhere. You definitely can't stay in Mississippi. We got to put some money together and move you, because they don't want nobody to come and help convict them 3 boys. And them 3 boys going to tell them who really did it with them. So again, it's ugly, man. It's a lot of ugly stuff. And the president of the United States ain't said one word. The attorney general ain't said one word. They don't give a damn. They clap. They don't care. How could he care? And he sent a bomb over there in Iran on 165 little girls from 6 to 12 years old. So they don't care. But God cares. And they're going to pay their dues, man. Mr. Trump, God will be to see you in soon. Keep going. I know you think you got it going on. Keep going. Don't stop. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I've been gave him over to God, so I won't even talk about him no more. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is injustice in the racist state of the United States, Mississippi, with 2,000 hangings, and one person got convicted. 2,000 on the book. This is crazy. They have no honor, no respect for us. So we got to take 10,000 men, like I told Brother Azim, James. We got to put 10,000 men in Mississippi, starting Chicago next. When you do that, believe me, them Ku Klux Klan, them Spinhead and Proud Boys, they're not coming. They don't want, they cowards. That's why they got stuff on their head. They don't want to deal with nobody gonna deal with them. And all we there is to protect our women and children. If you don't grab them, you ain't got no problem. If you grab them, we're gonna take the rope, slap you up, put the handcuffs on you, call authority, take a picture. If they don't indict you and send you to prison, then we'll get the national and show. And ain't gonna be no slap on the wrist. So that means you've been hanging people. Once we start catching y'all, and we're gonna do it, we're gonna catch y'all. See, Nat didn't care about catching y'all. But we're gonna catch y'all. When we catch you, we'll tie you up. Take your rope, put you on national TV. You're going. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the show today. The name of the show again is Prayers, Pressure, and the Fight for Justice continues. Let's go. Come on, TikTok. We're looking at Miss Revolutionary. I'm glad you're on here with me.
Yeah. So, welcome, fam. Whether you're joining us today on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or Twitch, we're just happy to have you here. We thank you for your support, and we ask that you help us keep these stories alive by liking, subscribing, and commenting. You get to keep stories about Karmelo Anthony, about Nolan Wells, and about Tasia Fortune, and so many others that we talk about. You keep those stories in the algorithm so that we can address them, and that's how you can be real easy. Everybody wants to know what they can do to make a difference. Keep these stories alive by liking, subscribing, and sharing and commenting. So again, we appreciate all of your support. So today is really about what happens when families and communities refuse to let difficult questions disappear. All right. We're looking at the Karmelo Anthony, Nolan Wells, and several other young men whose cases continue to raise questions about evidence, transparency, due process, and accountability. So they're different cases, different facts, but people are still asking the pertinent questions, right? So we're going to start with Karmelo Anthony. Why is this case back in court? So let's start with where it stands right now. The original judge, which was John Roach, was removed from further proceedings, and Judge Michael Chitty is considering Karmelo's request for a new trial. The defense says procedural issues and off the record agreements affected the fairness of the original trial. Prosecutors maintain that Karmelo received a fair trial and that the conviction should stand. Austin Metcalf, what emerged at the hearing. Now, this information, the original jury largely did not hear. So, court testimony and records describe racist graffiti, racial slurs, bullying allegations, previous assault allegations, and other disciplinary issues involving Austin Metcalf. None of that proves what happened during the fatal confrontation, but because Karmelo claims self-defense, the question is now whether any of this information should have been available to the jury when evaluating that claim. So Karmelo's file, what prosecutors say was also kept out. So fam, we have to play this straight, right? Because there was damaging information on Karmelo's side too. Prosecutors presented previous disciplinary incidents and some disturbing messages, including one that reportedly said, "When I stab someone, I'm going to lick the life juice off the blade," which is really gross, y'all, but that's what they say. They said allegedly. Another message from the morning of the incident reportedly said, "I'm on the verge," and there's been no evidence presented that the incident message was specifically about Austin Metcalf. And much of this background information was kept from the original jury. So here's how we got there. Austin Metcalf was unalived on April 2nd, 2025. Karmelo was later convicted after the jury rejected his self-defense argument and the sentence to 35 years. Now, after the original judge was removed, a new judge has heard the argument over whether the problems with the first trial are serious enough to warrant doing it all over again. So Nolan Wells, we'll switch Nolan Wells. So that's where we are, fam, with Karmelo. Nolan Wells' prayer pressure continue. So while Karmelo's fight is happening in the courtroom, Nolan Wells' family is applying pressure outside of one. So, what would have been Nolan's 19th birthday became a day of prayer, remembrance, and renewed calls for answers. His mother, Christine Warnsley, is also seeking CETO and Marine Service records, including calls, dispatch information, recordings, and communications from July 4th. So, as she continues trying to reconstruct exactly what happened during Nolan Wells' final hours, excuse me. And just wanted to also say that she has had a subpoena for CETO and the other records, not just that call that's been floating around on the internet, but she's subpoenaing, she's trying to obtain all records. I couldn't get that word out, fam. That's my bad. So we'll move on. So, other names that we're going to discuss on this show that are still demanding answers, right? And Nolan isn't the only name we're still talking about. We have Daniel Irving, we have Tyler Smith, we have TJ Davis, we have Kendrick Johnson. All involve very different facts and official findings, but in every case, families have continued asking questions about what happened to their sons and whether the investigations gave them enough answers. And that's really where we are today with the title of the show. That's where we got it from. They thought we would stop asking, but we won't. Can't stop, won't stop. We shall continue. And Minister, what do you have to say about that?
You done said it. Won't stop, can't stop. You put the names out where people can understand that they done messed over more than Nolan. Nolan just a highlight case now, and God used him. Well, we can see Mississippi for the racist animals and racism, systemic racism. It is. Louisiana now is the most racist state in the United States. Has been for a while, but it was hidden. So again, come on, sister, hit your button, come over here. So again, that's what's going on with this. This is very serious what they're doing to us. So this is why we got to get 10,000 men and put it in Chicago and Mississippi and these states. We got millions of men. Clean them up, pay them $25 to $50 an hour. We got Marines, retired Marines, Navy, Air Force, all of that. And then when we bring the young guys in, they'll be there training them. Okay? So again, we don't come for no trouble, but we come to stop you from hanging our people. You're going to stop that. See, we already know the government ain't going to stop you. We already know the mayor, the chief police, ain't none of y'all going to do nothing. All y'all work together. So since we know that, now we're going to have neighborhood watch for ourselves. And when you grab our woman, we're going to grab you. Okay? We're going to throw you down, tie you up, take a picture of you, get the rope, get your background, call the police, and if they don't do everything right, we're still going to get you, and we have to take you to another police force. You're not getting away. We're going to stop y'all. We're going to come together and stop y'all because you're cowards. You hung that little girl in front of the church. You're a cold coward. Your whole family going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. Y'all animals. You skinhead, pride boy. Y'all day has come. We organizing right now. We're going to be 10,000 strong in these cities. We're not stopping. We know we got to protect ourselves. So we're going to protect our wife, our women, and our children. We have a right. We ain't hung one of y'all, but you done hung over 2,000 of us. So we're going to stop y'all. Y'all done went too far. Too damn far. And the Nolan Rhyme case is a homicide. Wasn't no accidental death, wasn't no accidental drowning. And if he drowned, you choked him. So we're going to stop all the lies. We have enough circumstantial evidence to add up and all the inconsistencies. They ain't going to get away with this. And I know y'all trying to get the grand jury, Ku Klux Klan grand jury to go with it. It ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work. And you took the insides of his body out. So when the body of TikTok got to DC, it was nothing to, it's nothing to, they couldn't do autopsy. It wasn't nothing to do autopsy on. And everything, Captain, they needed to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that it was done, they took it out of his body. You gave your guilt up right there. When you had the keys and the phone, you gave your guilt up. When you carried all them lies, inconsistent, Katie saying one thing, y'all saying another. Then the grandfather called in and stopped everything. Then the little girl say he was on a lie. So you're not getting away with it. Another girl, she said she seen the fight. We trying to fan her so y'all won't be done something else. Y'all are animals. Y'all work for the devil. That's who you are. Come on.
Okay, fam. So I'm going to now play a clip from the Willie D show. Willie D actually traveled to Dallas for the Karmelo Anthony trial proceedings, and he had a chance to do a sit-down interview with the family. And you'll see that they are all clad in their purple. Purple was the color to commemorate Nolan Wells' family. So they're paying tribute to him as well.
We just wrapped up the first day for the motion for a new trial. So how do you think it went?
It's mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Everything we've noticed a lot of things about the boys that wasn't sent out to the public. You agree? Mm-hmm. Based on what was told, the narrative, it hurt us, man. It just made us.
Come on
right
with
now,
it,
it was so
proud
much
of you, man.
Yeah. It was
Proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Damn, the dude had a penchant for fighting, for violence.
Yes.
Very, very
Never
violent.
put out there.
Yeah, like smacking on his friends or so-called friends, smacking on
Wordings he was using.
choking his own mama.
Yeah, that threw me off.
know?
I mean, your mama? I said, man, you got to be different.
Threatening to slap his daddy and he don't do nothing. And, this kid,
Broke his daddy collarbone.
he was a real problem. When I heard a treasure trove of incidents captured on his phone, it ain't like this is not third-hand knowledge. This is him recording himself in most cases or passing along text messages.
Yes, and it was very shocking. Like I said, right now, it's so much to take in because it's like, man, what?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody to do that, and how that picture was painted, like it was the perfect angel. I'm just still, like I said, I'm going to shock this to mama.
Yeah.
And you took your mama.
Yeah. Kayla, how hard was it to hear them in there talking, the prosecutor, Worski, speaking publicly about your son, saying things that you know that are not true?
It was very hard. It was very hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard.
Yeah. So, and as a father, when you hear the things that were said about Nolan, and I saw your reaction many, many times, and you like, it was like you wanted to say something. How hard was it not to say something? Man,
it's hard, man. God is real. That's what I can tell you, man. It was hard.
Yeah.
Based on, the temperature we have right now with, like I said, like it's like, man, the things that was revealed, the mindset of these kids. That's what they do.
Yeah.
My kid could have been a dog.
Right.
That's what hurts more than anything. Man, as a father.
Maria was on there for a minute too.
As a black father.
I saw her. I got it. I'm managing.
What can you really tell your son?
Listen, TikTok. Listen.
Led by Russell Wilson. Knocked it out the park.
Yes.
I mean,
He is interviewing.
How satisfied is it to know that you have the type of representation that you have?
I mean, it's a blessing.
Yes.
It really is a blessing.
Being God is real. Like I tell him, man,
He's interviewing the family.
The family that was lied.
Karmelo?
They lied on us. We bought cars. We spent the money. We did all
35 years,
and
they pulled him into it. And the top said it wasn't established.
If people don't see this is it's like they have a playbook. Oh, this was going on. All right, it's the play, and everybody know. I got a famous lady telling me this. Titi, I call her Titi. Titi said, "Man, they know how to stay on. They know how to stay on task. They know. They stay on code. Right. They stay on code like that. The same things happen with Nolan. Same thing. They went to their job. They lied about them, and they borrowed the money. They this and that. Like, wow.
How do you navigate through those insults and lies? They're like, people saying all these untruths. People just saying things that you know to be a flat out lie. How do you navigate through that and try to maintain some sense of sanity? When you want to just explode.
Man, talking to God, this woman here, me and her, we've been, like I said, I feel like what the little Mo used to say there, I cry, you cry. Man, we grew more than anything. Like, so we lean on each other right now. I lean on family. Yeah. It's a very hard. This is just hard period. Yeah. Like it's both sides, but it's hard. Like I said, you want the lies. I mean, we was lied on. We was lied on, and it's just like like I said, it's the same play. It was the same play, and if people don't see the play, is that telling you we can't win for losing? Right. Like you think about it was the exact same play. They went after their family, went after their job, so they purchased it. They said we did it too. We can't work. Our reputations are ruined. Like with my situation, it's like it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, that's the playbook. You're right. That's what they do. They, create chaos and then play the victim.
And that's the end there. Before your comment, Minister Marcus, and welcome, Marcus. Good to have you on the show today. Is that the alleged text messages that were sent regarding some comments that Karmelo allegedly made about wanting to poke somebody and then lick life juice off the blade. That's been all over Fox News. That's been on several news outlets that I've seen, but they haven't balanced the narrative and talked about the long extensive history that Austin Metcalf had of being a bully, of being violent, of being racist. They didn't mention any of that at all. They went straight for Karmelo Anthony. So, again, fam, I tell you, that's why you have to support platforms that are going to tell you all the story, not just the side that we want to hear, all the story. I don't know what the full story is. I just know that there's more than what they're sharing. And I'm glad that Willie D went and sat down and had this conversation with the family about that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have heard anything about any Austin assaulting his mom. Period.
Marcus, what you got to say? Bring God Radical on, my beloved. She came over from TikTok. Thank you. Marcus, what you got to say? Ladies and gentlemen, while Marcus getting himself together, Willie D doing a great job. He's doing a great job going down there. That is so wonderful. And I salute him. I clap on him. We'll be traveling, me and Miss Catherine, and interviewing people like that and soon. So, and we already doing it, but we'll be doing it on some of the major cases as well. So I'm so glad he's there. Marcus, you back? Miss Radical, you want to say anything about what you just said?
Well, I'm just trying to, hello everybody. I'm sorry. My name is Shatia. I met Pastor on TikTok as Revolutionary, but I guess it's showing you guys God's Radical. That's my screen name on my phone. I forgot.
We need
can I change that?
Yes, you can change it.
Okay. It was just my Gmail. You know how Google, so I just had it on there, so I didn't know it was gonna pop up there. But
We need to be radical. All our people being hung, all our young girls being hung. We need to be radical. We need to be revolutionaries. We got to speak up. We got to come together, 10,000 people in each city to stop all the buffoonery and foolishness. The government, the president, all them down with this. They're not going to say a word. So we have to do it ourselves, and God is with us.
amen, he is. And it's kind of, it's very such a coincidence. I don't even want to call it coincidence because when I see certain posters up there, it's a white lady. I think we should try to reach out to her if you interested. She's actually going like full blast out. She's a Caucasian and her name is Kim something. That actually forwarded her a cease desist. What she call it? Cease desist letter.
Yes.
I can't even pronounce it. Yeah, because that's her being a Caucasian, blue-eyed, blonde-haired woman. She favors the judge, Cole, the lady whose son who supposedly did this. Well, she's the stepmother of him, and of Nolan, the friend who had something to do with Nolan. And she's putting it out there. And she's Caucasian, so she's saying a lot of stuff that black folks ain't finna say. But she's standing by us
Get our phone number and send it to me, and we'll bring on the show. We've been bringing white folks on the show for a year. When there's some powerful white people come on in and speak. One young girl, about 26, 27, say, we racist. We've been unaliving them. Can't say the other word. Unaliving them. We done had a lot of Caucasians come on in and speak. We had one say you can never call them that because that's what you are. So again, please get a name and number, and I'll call and talk to her, and then I'll send a link and let her come on and speak her truth. What do you think about all this about Nolan Ryan? What do you think about this lie?
I mean, it's nonsense. I mean, it's crazy that, I came across this situation today because when I get on Facebook and I see and I really see this Caucasian just rap, venting the way she's doing it. She's basically been a better detective than what the government is doing. And they're getting frustrated with her because she's keeping the lights on with this. She's not letting it die out. Pretty much how they want you to do, like let it just die down, the noise get calm.
Right.
She studied bucking. So that's why they threatened her to sue her. And she said, I don't give a dang. I'm broke. You can't do nothing to me, So my comment on everything is basically like, I'm just frustrated. I'm tired of it. We still got the Black Panthers out here, and it just frustrates me how black people just study sits in the comments, but they don't say nothing. They don't do anything. We can comment all day long, but what are you willing to sacrifice? Because I believe Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X, all those people sacrificed their lives or something to get what we have today.
That's a fact.
And black people are just too lazy. They want to sit back and negotiate with these people because they give them a certain pay or salary to take care of their family. You know what I mean? Back in those days, they didn't have the advantages that we have, but at the same time, they were still continuing to fight. They wanted equality. And now it's just like we become settled with it. We've had babies by these people, our grandkids, so it kind of makes people feel guilty, or they got friends. And it's like, you can't think of it like that because regardless, we'll never be equal to them if we never do nothing. We can't sit up here and let in-laws or our grandkids, because they have white men, we can't look at that.
I never spoke on this like what you're saying. I didn't think about that, Catherine, but she making some sense. She saying some of the people got them in their family, so they don't want to speak. I could have 5,000 in my family.
I don't care.
I'm gonna tell all 5,000 of them, come go with me. We finna go speak the truth. So I'm not. Everybody is not a man of God.
No,
they not. They cowards. So Jamal Bryant just said he asked for we got 400,000 churches. 300,000 churches ought to be on here with us protesting, telling the government, shut it down. Mississippi had to be shut down. The governor been there 6 years. He gotta go.
Yeah.
He gotta go. He's a part of this.
Yes, yes. Even when that gentleman he was running to the sheriff department 3 years ago. That black man was running through the woods, and the Caucasian man was chasing him down in vehicles and trucks. He ran to the police station, and they told him that they're not something. I forgot.
They said they're not an Uber or a Lyft.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have left though.
That's what I said too. I wouldn't have left.
I wouldn't have left. Lock me up. I ain't leaving.
Exactly.
I'd call somebody. I'd have called somebody, you know, and got somebody to get down there with me, a crew. Hey, y'all come get me now. Because it's a whole truckload. I need about 10 of y'all come get me where we can match them up.
But you know what? And now that you say that, because I thought, I don't think he's that slow. I think it probably was inconvenient for him to stay there. That's why he had to leave. Because maybe the sheriff probably threatened him to leave. He didn't probably have no phone or anything. I think anyone with common sense would have just stayed right there. So it had to be a situation that took place where he couldn't stay at the police station.
I wouldn't have left.
It almost sounded like a setup. It sounded like a
Exactly.
setup. Yeah,
Come
it
on.
sounded like the police officers was
It had
there,
something to do with it, yeah.
and they knew what was happening outside, and they knew like, hey, this is what's happening in our neighborhood, in our community tonight. So when people call about this, we already know about it. No rush. And so when he showed up, they were probably shocked, like, oh, how you get here? You know what I'm saying? Well, we can't help you, brother. Go back outside to the wolves. Yeah,
Because I
that's
can't
what it
just
sounded
see
like.
him just leaving the police station. Even if the police was a jerk, I'd have stayed right there. So he had to feel some type of uncomfortableness with the police station that was not going to protect him. Either way it go, he was going to be got. Because it's the law enforcement. They in syncing with these people. So he going to try to make the best choice and try to run to get to somebody.
One place I wouldn't run is in the woods. And number two, I don't want to talk about myself, but they never would have caught me like that. They catch me, all hell gonna break loose. So I can't talk on here. Marcus can't talk on here. So ain't nobody gonna catch me. Ain't nobody put me on no tree. Ain't none of that gonna never happen. A bunch of folks might go on the tree, but one of them ain't gonna be me. So again, I'm a gangster about me. I ain't scared of nobody on the planet Earth. Minister, I'm a minister. I minister you the word. You touch me, I minister you know what. So ain't all that old softy stuff. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All that keep hope alive. This Negro gonna sing the other night. Can we overcome? Negro, don't you ever sing that song again. Can we overcome? Don't you, Jamal Bryant? You did a great job. Don't sing that silly slave song. Can we overcome? Negro, we already done overcome, and we're gonna shut this down. We're gonna put 10,000 men in Mississippi. Air Force, Marine, they retired. They already signing right now. Shouldn't be even telling them. They signing right now. We're going to pay them for $25 to $100 an hour. They're going to be in Mississippi, Chicago. We got enough men to put in every state of the United States. We stopping this. If we catch you, we're going to spank you up, handcuff you up, take a picture with that rope with you, call the police. They don't do the right thing with you, we're going to the next level. We are not going to let you keep on whooping our women, hanging that little girl in the front of the church, took the boy balls stuck in his mouth. Say, man, y'all devils. Let me say it, everybody's scared of you, right? You animals and devils. And you got, you narcissistic. President, boy, God gonna get you. You cranked all this up. It's come from up here down. The government is no good, sister, because if it was, they would have a law where a president with a felony can't be a president. Democracy means democratis, the rule of the devil. So the devil let the devil in. Yeah. And how can one man start a war, then go to the Senate, then go to Congress? You should never have a law where one man can start a war and get thousands, millions of unalive. It don't make sense.
But you know what? It's the fault of the church because you know what? It's supposed to be church then government. Government is supposed to basically back up the requirements that God asked for us to do on this earth. It's not supposed to be government then church. So the government has a lot of churches in a chuck hole and bribery and different things like that with the the F1C, what you call that contract or whatever. They can't talk about certain things or they made it a business. So God has not really been effective on this earth the way He needs to be because the church is not standing up. We are more powerful than the government. So if we activate us, you think the mighty hand of God is not going to come and do the same thing He did in the Old Testament where He lied them people when He was fighting against the people? But the people are not activating. They don't have faith. They don't believe, and they submitting to the government.
Yeah, because we've forgotten, like the pastor always says, we've forgotten that we are the church. That building doesn't mean anything.
I mean nothing.
It means
But that's
absolutely nothing.
Rocked to sleep. They've been rocked to sleep. We had a tape came on a while ago where who that was? Where the man, Catherine was playing it and she didn't finish it. I wish she'd go back to that tape.
I can't finish that. That was it.
I thought he was saying he was bringing on another church.
He was, but that was it. That's where that short ended. That wasn't a
When he
Catherine thing.
said about the boy and all that,
I will work to find the full one, but that was it for that one. But yeah, so we haven't done what we are supposed to do as followers of Christ, but many of us don't really follow Christ. We follow the name that's on the outside of the building where we attend.
bring Kendrick Muhammad up, baby. He been real quiet down there. Let's go to our next clip so we can get everybody into it. Let's go.
I don't see Mr. Muhammad.
Before you go to the next clip, real quick, wasn't that was a video with Karmelo and Anthony parents and Willie
Yes.
D?
Yes.
Okay, and where he was pretty much just getting an update on the text messages and all the the latest and greatest and the good
Well,
news
yes,
about the
but
retrial happening.
That interview was actually from the 19th, the 21st. I've been watching. I
Okay,
haven't seen where they have come back with the decision as to whether or not they're going to give him a retrial.
got it.
So, yeah, the parents were essentially discussing what they learned in these proceedings, and what was spoken of about the backgrounds of both boys, and some disturbing facts that they on both sides, but only the disturbing facts about Carmelo, I mean, yes, have been in the media. They didn't say anything about the extensive history of Metcalf. He was even put out of elementary school due to anger issues. This boy had an extensive background of
Real bad.
anger and rage issues. So
Choked his mama. Choked his mama. Broke his daddy's collarbone.
he was beating on his parents, allegedly, according to their interview from court. So yeah, Marcus, that was the tea for that. So that was going back to, I remember we were having discussions as to whether or not Carmelo should have taken the stand. So now we understand that there was a quote unquote gentleman's agreement that would have supposed to allegedly protect both sides from having things of the past come up. But we all know which side that was really about protecting. So there we go. But I did promise that we would talk about some of the other cases as well.
Let's go.
And we're going to now go with Shariah Davis. She was also featured on the Willie D show earlier this week about her son, TJ, who was unalived in similar fashion to
TJ
Nolan.
Davis.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Shira Davis, and my son's name's TJ Davis, and I'll tell you about him in a minute. I want to tell Nolan Wells' family my deepest condolence. I'm so sorry about your baby, and I know firsthand. In 2021, August 29th, my son was out with 4 white tee young men. And this is in St. Paul, Minnesota. I get a knock on the door early in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, that my son is gone. My son was a swimmer. He had swimming lessons. He was the strongest and the biggest out of all of them. And none of them have talked. None of them have talked to the police. They don't want to. It's going on 5 years. 5. August 29th this year. He would have been 26 years old this year. His father, my son's father, showed me the link yesterday about Nolan Wells. And it was very triggering for both of us because it's like the similar, very similar. But none of my videos about my son went viral. All you creators that I tagged, that I asked, didn't talk about my son. and that hurts. And I'm not taking anything away from Nolan Wells and his family at all. But y'all pick and choose who you want to talk about. And I'm still trying to find answers. Let's talk about Kendrick Johnson Jr.,
Stop her for
Miss Jackie, and Mr. Kendrick Sr.
Stop her for 1 minute. Young lady, with all due respect, I didn't know nothing about your case. I just found out about it, and we went viral over 40 times. And whatever we need to do to help us, we don't pick and choose. When we find them, we find the evidence, we come. It's the Johnny Binder Show belong to God. And everybody I got on this show, we not scared of nobody. Only person we fear is God. I would never have no coward on this show. We don't do coward stuff. So, man, we love you. It was wrong for what happened to your son, but it didn't get to me some kind of way. And I apologize, but it's to me now. So whatever we need to do to crank it back up, we will. We love you, mother. And it's saddened that you lost your child. My God, we love you. Thank you. Let's go.
And I don't see y'all blowing that up either. Do better. I will keep making videos. I'm just so burnt out. Grief is taking a lot out of me. And that's what happens when you lose a child. And I just want to say, dear Black parents, don't let your Black child, I don't care if it's female, male, go out with all white tea people. Because you don't know.
Don't do it.
You don't know if they're going to make it another day. You just don't know. So I'm going to show you pictures of my son and 3 of the white tea men he was with, because the other one, I can't find pictures. Please share TikTok. I do not ask much of y'all. I got like 25,000 followers.
We will.
And I need you to repost it, share, like y'all been doing with Nolan Wells.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. You're right.
Man, that's man. So it happened in 2021. That's why it's not current and we don't know about it. And a lot of people just started becoming content creators as of late. A lot more people are content creators than ever before. But again, it's August 29th, and it's almost at the anniversary, right? It's August 21st today. So I'm glad this has been highlighted. It's at the anniversary day. So R.I.P. TJ Davis.
Make sure
he was 20 years old. That's what it says. He was 20 years old, and they were investigating like thunderstorm tunnels. It was a thunderstorm and heavy rain moved into the area. So this wasn't like a 4th of July party where everybody out swimming and the sun out. This is going down in the waters. And so the critical event was the 5 people in the tunnel system when the rising water swept 3 of the men into the Mississippi River. There go that word again, y'all, Mississippi. It's always there, you know what I'm saying? So even though this happened in Minnesota, it's still the Mississippi River. So it happened in St. Paul, Minnesota, still dealing with Mississippi in a roundabout way. The Mississippi River go from the south to the north, straight down the middle of the U.S. So it was at a lake. 2 others managed to escape the tunnel while the other 3 dudes were swept into the river. 2 others managed to escape the tunnel. Somebody gave a 911 call, responders located and rescued 2 of the 3 people who had entered the river. TJ could not be located. It's crazy that his mom just said, she can get pictures of some of the guys, but not one of them. There you go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say he did it, but somebody did it, right? And, of course, it's the reason why he's not online anymore and why he's probably in hiding and stuff. So there was an active search that was temporarily suspended. Search operations resumed. TJ's body was recovered from the Mississippi River. Now, TJ's name is Taquan Davis, a junior. He was 20 years old from Little Canada, Minnesota. They got more stuff to talk about, about the storm, the hit, and, things that happened. But yeah, they found his body 10 hours later after they found everybody else. And my brother's birthday is August 28th. So they say TJ's death as occurring, some newer social media accounts describe TJ's death as occurring on August 28th versus the August 29th time that's been reported as of late. So,
yeah. Thank you, Marcus. And I
We need
encourage
that. We
everybody
need
to
that, man.
go
We need that.
watch the interview with her on the Willie D show. It's enlightening. She was having a lot of pushback and a lot of difficulty with law enforcement as well. I once say, I don't want to misquote her, but she was like, one of them told her that she should just be grateful that they knew where to come and find her to report,
Yeah, they said
to
that.
tell her that.
They
Yeah,
said
but
that.
she knew automatically because she was like, I can't remember the name she called, but she was like, when law enforcement came, she said, what did, and gave the name of one of the boys do to my son without them even prompting her. So she had already felt something in her spirit.
Ain't that the lady last night Willie D was raising the money for?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, and I'll have to get her Unite Give
yeah,
campaign.
yeah. We gonna when as our money come in, we're gonna donate something to her from our company and let her know we love her and we wish her well. And Marcus, I don't, and I like what you said. I want her to know that we cover much as we can. I didn't know about her son. If I'd have knew about her son, believe me, same way I do all the rest of them, I, I don't have no fear. And when I find the evidence out, I'm gonna speak it. I'm I'm not gonna live in fear. I got 13,000 heaven making angels with me. I got a whole nation with me, millions of men. I got the Colombians with me. I got the Mosaics with me, Hebrew Israelites. So I got millions of people with me. I'm more stronger now with God than I was with the devil. So I'm not worried about none of that. I have no fear, none. And I will be victorious and successful. And everybody I go at with God, we're going to bring them down. Yeah, that's a fact. Don't have no fear. It's time for them to come down. There's too much wickedness going on. And our young boys, they so ignorant. We are murdered. We are unaliving each other. We taking each other's life because I don't love myself, Martha. So if I don't love me, it's easy for me to take my brother's life. So they done tricked us. We got a devil sitting on one shoulder, angel on the other. Both suggest us all the time. We must learn to be wise enough to recognize the voices and follow angels. Young boys, I'm telling you, they tricking you into murder, out of unaliving each other. They tricking you there. That don't make you no gangster. That make you a goddamn fool. I said it. That's what you is. So taking your brother's life don't make you no gangster. You're a damn fool. Stop it. And get over here with us where we can train you, where you can go to the Navy, the Marine, and go over there and be on neighborhood watch and make sure our wife, our women, our children are not being harmed. It's our fault. Everybody over 40 years old, it's our fault that we ain't come together to stop this man. We just look at it. Oh, they hung up. They hung up. They pull her way up. They had to go get a fire truck. Wait, she had no rope on her neck. She had a chain. Damn. And and everybody that's been touched, I'm the original man. So I have to work and do what I need to do. And God gonna give us the money and the power, Brother Marcus, my sister, Radical, all of y'all. We will be successful this year. 10,000 men gonna be in Mississippi. Come on.
Yeah. And at the top of the show, I
Rotten
also
bastard.
mentioned Kendrick Johnson, and this story stays with me. It stays with me. I always think about this story. So his family still rejects the account uh, ruling years later, and the case remains a symbol of unanswered questions. And I think also the family had had sued the government for $1 billion. Was it 2 billion? It was a large sum. So I know that they are fighting at all levels to try to get some answers regarding Kendrick. But here we go. I always want to play this update.
On January 11th, 2013, at 10:31 a.m., Kendrick Lamar Johnson's body was discovered inside the old gym at Lowndes High School. Students and coach Philip P. Plow were the first to find him. According to their witness statements, they climbed the stack of mats, saw Kendrick's feet, and then pulled the mat down in an attempt to reach him. They described assisting in lowering the mat. They described seeing his body once it came down. They described the smell of decomposition. That was the condition of the scene, according to the eyewitnesses who were there at discovery. But hours later, another key official would arrive. Lowndes County Coroner Bill Watson. In his recorded interview with the FBI, Coroner Bill Watson made a statement that would introduce a critical discrepancy. He stated that when he walked into the gym and approached Kendrick Johnson's body, he observed Kendrick completely inside a rolled-up mat that was standing upright, not lying on the floor, standing upright. He described how deputies then leaned the mat back and Kendrick's body slid partially out as it was lowered. Coroner Bill Watson would repeat this again. He told FBI investigators that when he reviewed scene photographs, he remembered the mat containing Kendrick's body being upright, even though the photographs showed the mat lying on the floor. He specifically stated that the position shown in the photographs was not how he remembered seeing it. Coroner Bill Watson arrived at approximately 5:00 p.m. that evening, nearly 6.5 hours after Kendrick's body had first been discovered. This situation raises unavoidable questions. If eyewitnesses said the mat was pulled down at 10:31 a.m., why did Coroner Bill Watson remember the mat standing upright at 5:00 p.m.? Who stood the mat back up? Who moved Kendrick Johnson's body? And the question remains, why? Coroner Bill Watson's own words, documented in the FBI file, confirm what he remembered seeing: an upright mat, a body inside, hours after discovery. And yet another critical question remains. Why were there still students and bystanders present inside that gym that evening? Why wasn't the area fully secured? Why was access still possible? In any death investigation, the preservation of a scene is critical, because once a scene is altered, the truth can be altered with it. Understand that these are not rumors. These are the documented observations of the coroner himself, and they remain part of the unanswered questions in the death of Kendrick Lamar Johnson.
Thank you, Miss Leah, for that production. Just to bring this back to our remembrance and help us understand what's going on.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
And see, they said he bumped his head. You know what I'm saying? They say he fell or something. This is January, this 2013, inside an upright rolled wrestling mat. But they said the first theory was that he fell head first into the mat while trying to retrieve something and became trapped. Ultimately, dying from positional asphyxia. You know what I'm saying? I guess, again, if you drop a phone or something inside or something and you try to dive in, it's like diving into the balls at Chuck E. Cheese or something. You try and dive in and all of a sudden you can't get out and you're stuck in that position. And that's what they say he died from. Said it was an accidental death. But the examination reported blunt force trauma to the right neck, right thorax, and characterized the death differently from the original autopsy. So they, always had the second and third examinations and all that. They was all getting different, different things. One said the positional asphyxia thing, and then somebody said non-accidental blunt force trauma, meaning somebody did it. And then the surveillance was the controversy too. They had hundreds of hours of video that was reviewed, and the cameras and everything was operating on different clocks, the motion activated recordings and everything. The cameras didn't cover the area where Johnson was found though, but they had cameras everywhere else, which is, crazy, so yeah, it's always something. The case is still open though. It happened back in 2013 and people are still talking about it now, so they still talking about how it's a cover up and there's inconsistencies and, people still got lawsuits open, all that.
Well, Marcus, I know you know, and I know that's what they've been doing because we've been letting them do it. If I can come in your house and steal all your stuff out your house, and you see me and you don't do nothing, then I keep coming back. It's because we ain't came together and organized. We can come together to do something stupid, but we can't come together. Some women came on here. I don't know where she got their commercial at. I hope she found it. And they was asking us, three different women. They say, "Can y'all please protect us?" Talking to us, the black men. The women is coming on asking us when we help protect them. I mean, it's bad. You know, I'm gonna call you my woman, but if massa come, take a massa. I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's all we doing, man. We need to come together as a group. Not all of us that believe in God, us that's qualified. Well, our Marines, our Navy, our Army, all our ex-police officers, they ain't police no more. I just talked to some. They say they want to do it. So we need to get together, man, so we can protect our women. Don't you know if you put 10,000 people down there in Mississippi, they're hanging, all the stuff gonna stop. Alabama, Arkansas, South Carolina, Atlanta, it's gonna stop, man. We have to stop them. The government is not gonna stop them. They got 2,000 unresolved hangers in Mississippi now. Mississippi is the racist state of the United States, brother. They kill people and throw them in the water to snakes and alligators. This ain't nothing new. This is what they do. This is what they do, man. Emmett Till, 1955, supposed to whistle at a woman. If he did, you give him a slap on the wrist. What you unalive him for? And then they found out 25, 30 years later, he didn't even whistle. They made that up, man. They habitual liars. They animals. They was in the cave with the dog for 2,000 years. The dog come from a wolf. Now we got 80 million dogs in America. Come on, man. And the dogs done took over the household. Come on, man. These folks animals, man. I'm saying it. And I stand on it and can prove it. Come on to the next tape.
Okay. Well, we will continue on discussing some of the cases that we're still asking questions about. So again, you've been speaking about the young lady, the teenager that was found hung from a tree near a church in North Carolina. So I just want
Lord
to
have
make sure that we
mercy.
keep
A baby, Marcus, a baby. Pretty little girl.
that was short, but Juliana. And again, we'll keep on. I think they were still trying to say that her death was a self unaliving and that she took her own life. But again,
That's the
she
lie
was,
they always tell.
I
That's the
know,
lie they gonna always tell till we stop them.
I know, but yeah, bless her heart. Blessing all prayers to her family as well as they
Your
go
baby ain't
through
but
that.
16 years old. That's what I'm saying. We got to stop letting our children, especially in Mississippi, go anywhere without us. When they go somewhere, we going. If we can't go, send the uncle, send the cousin. We have to protect our wife, our women, and our children. We too damn loose. We act like everything all right. Everything ain't all right nowhere in America, but specifically Mississippi.
Man, you almost got to have your own investigation team nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what I'm starting to, because every time something happen, they just conclude the search. You know, they be like, yeah,
Right.
no foul play, nothing to see here. And then, you have to keep it moving because you don't have the team and the ability to continue with the investigation, the forensic testing and all these other things. But that's where it always stops. It stops when they want it to stop. So.
And that's why, Marcus, we have to, I have a Children Foundation, Tabernacle, he's been paying for a lot of stuff. We got a lot of billionaires and millionaires now. And we have to put money in a place where we can use the money for forensic to further a case and keep going. We can't depend on them. Same way they did the autopsy with Nolan Ryan. They sent the body to D.C. When the body got there, wasn't nothing in it. So I don't understand why Trump, Al Sharpton, and all of them ain't filed $1 million lawsuit on the company that had the body. When you can take somebody's throat out, take their stomach out, everything they took out where they could find out exactly what happened to him, they took it out, TikTok. They took it out of Nolan Wells' body. That's felony right there. They did it on purpose because they don't want them to find out them 4 little white boys what they did. But if 3 black boys would have went somewhere with 1 white boy and he don't come back, all 3 of them been locked up that night or that morning. Believe that.
Show you how I afforded.
Wouldn't have been but a second. All of them would have been at the police department. They ain't even questioned these boys, man. They ain't brought them in. Oh, man. What we got next?
Okay, we're going to move on to the Daniel Irving case. It was a similar unaliving by drowning. One of the guys that was accused was recently, arrested for tampering with evidence, but he wasn't arrested or charged with Daniel's unaliving.
Days ago, police arrested 2 teenagers in connection with Irving's drowning and have charged them with tampering with evidence. The family addressed this in a news conference earlier today. Our Braceda Olguin has the story.
Today we heard from Daniel's mother. She was very emotional and distraught and say these last 3 months have been nothing but agony as they search for answers.
Our family has gone through so much the past 3 months.
Speak, sister, speak.
Waiting for the justice system to provide justice.
Complete agony, day and night. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. It's a soul tie between all of us. We're so equally yoked and connected that we feel this deeply.
It's been 3 months since Daniel Irving drowned in Lake Ray Hubbard. According to the affidavit, Daniel and 2 other teens jumped into the lake off a bridge. DPD says after conducting a thorough investigation, they determined the cause of death was accidental. But just a few days ago, 19-year-old Lucas Roper and a 17-year-old were arrested for tampering with evidence.
To conduct an independent investigation as to the cause of death of Mr. Daniel Irving. Now you may ask, why do we need an independent investigation? That is because this family has lost confidence in the system that is supposed to protect them. This family has a distrust of the Dallas Police Department. They have not given this death of an 18-year-old Daniel Irving the urgency it deserves and demands.
According to the affidavit, the 2 suspects are accused of throwing out Daniel's clothes, driving away from the scene in his car. The affidavit also indicates that Roper admitted to deleting text messages between him and Daniel from his phone.
A reasonable-minded person would know if you are not guilty of a crime, why would you throw away his clothes and delete messages and not even call his mother?
With this new information, the family is calling for murder charges.
Daniel Irving was an honor roll student. He was a member of his swim team. He was a strong, healthy young athlete. For these 2 suspects to say he drowned and they left, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Something smells off to us.
I reached out to Dallas police and the DA for further comments. They declined due to this being an active investigation. In Dallas, Braceda Olguin, CBS News, Texas.
Now, see, in this situation, this one, again, man, like if it's thunderstorming outside, we ain't supposed to be out there. And I've been out there in the middle of the ocean where the weather's not that good, right? And the waves and the wind and the water, and it's already difficult to be in these places without the environments, you know, the wind and all that other good stuff. But on this day, Daniel and the other 2 guys, they were reportedly on a railroad bridge, and they jumped off the bridge the railroad bridge into Lake Ray Hubbard. So that's like, you know how kids like be on bridges and railways or whatever, and they like jump from a high. It's like a high dive. It's pretty dangerous. I saw a video the other day where somebody actually jumped from the bridge into some water below, and because it was so far, when they hit the water, it was almost like hitting concrete. You know, so so the autopsy says Daniel surfaced once and called for help before becoming submerged. So that is one of the most important pieces of evidence because it establishes that Daniel was alive and struggling immediately after entering the water. Now, what happened immediately after Roper, one of the guys, and the juvenile, they haven't reported his name because he's the juvenile, did not report the drowning to authorities at the scene. So after the situation happened, they threw Daniel's clothing into a tree, like some tree line that was near the bridge, into the bushes or whatever. And then they threw Daniel's cell phone out the vehicle after Roper instructed the juvenile to do so. Again, they're not saying the juvenile's name. Now, then of course they deleted text messages and things like that between. So did Daniel drown? The question is no longer simply did Daniel drown. The medical examiner says yes, Daniel did drown. Why did the people who were with him allegedly leave though? Why did they throw away all his belongings, delete the communications, all those things? And that's what his mom is saying, like, makes everything fishy. But of course, the cause of death, again, is drowning. The matter of death is an accident. And I think it's definitely not a good thing to do when you're jumping off a bridge or a high dive into anything below, whether it's water or cotton balls or whatever, right? Because you never know what's actually down there. But RIP to Daniel.
Minister, unmute your mic.
Miss Radical, you have anything to say? You with us, sister? She doing something.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, did you see the tape?
The tape of the one y'all just played?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't see all of it because I'm kind of multitasking.
Okay. We ain't got about 30 more minutes, and you being part of a major show. We over 30 million people in 12 months. God has blessed us. I know you don't know who Marcus is, but she's Happy Hair. One of the biggest hair companies in the state of the United States, and made millions of dollars from 2012 to now. So he been to was Marine or Navy, Marcus?
Navy, U.S. Navy, man. Now, even with Daniel, right on Daniel, one of the things that they saying too is they didn't find his body till 4 days later. So it's like, they jump off the bridge. Instead of 3 kids getting out the water, only 2 get out the water, and they come up with a plan to not say anything and throw away his belongings. And then 4 days later, they came back and found the body. So some pretty interesting.
Marcus, did they take his car?
They didn't, and I didn't read that they just took his car, but I did hear that online on other platforms that they took his car, they drove his car home. That's the car that they got in after the incident.
They say the lady say I'm reading Daniel now, ? What I'm saying, the inconsistencies. When you take somebody's phone and take this stuff, when you try to hide something, you make it a homicide. You make it a homicide. So I'm not going for that. And that boy strong could swim. So I ain't going for it. They did something to him. I'm calling it out. There's too much evidence. There's too many consistencies and hiding stuff. What you hiding? If you're in the water, I'm going after you. I'm going to take your keys, your car, and don't tell your mom. Man, come on, man. Stop. Same thing all over again. It's coming out now. They hate this media now. They hate it because now billions of people are seeing this. Billions. And I'm telling you, Mississippi and America is going to change. But specifically Mississippi, they number one. They number one animals, and they work for the devil. Ku Klux Klan head, Proud Boys, they in suits. They in the judges, they DAs, they school teachers. They all over there. They all stick together. They sticking together trying to protect them little boys. Because Willie D showed where Boyd was going to the same girl Nolan with. A year later, now Nolan with her. I don't know if Nolan knew that was his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or not. And the one girl say she seen them fighting. And now she done come up missing. So we trying to find out where she at. Because I want to tell her, lady, if you can hear me, do not come. Send us the stuff. Let us go put you up, get you out of Mississippi before they be done something to you. Because they don't want that out. Them little 4 white ivory boys, they doing everything they can to protect them. But it won't work. Not this time. I've been telling people this case is bigger than George Floyd. I told y'all from day one, and my producer on here, I said this is a homicide. Did I say that?
Yes, sir.
Everybody, don't say that. Don't rush to judgment. I said, say, man, do what you do. Let me do what I do. Now here come Dr. Omar. He says it's a homicide. Here come Willie D. He say they unalived him. So I said this at the beginning. When I seen the evidence markers, I said, oh, wait a minute. You got his keys? Wait a minute, you got his phone? And you delete his phone? And you go to a party? But you ain't with the search crew? And then Katie and them saying 2 different things. No, sir. And then the grandfather told the police, don't come. After they called the police, say the boat's sinking, the grandfather on the boat told the police, he's a powerful man, don't come. So that went there, and the girl in the back said they have unalived him. And then the other girl said she seen them fighting over the phone, and a girl. What girl? Katie. Come on, man. Stop. You ain't gonna play with us. I'm gonna call it out. Yeah. The people should be indicted that took his body parts. How you gonna just take my child body part? Man, no way. You gonna take his throat, take his stomach, everything, my sister, my brothers, that it was to tell us exactly what happened. They took it off his body, sent an empty body to D.C. They guilty again right there. Come on with the next clip. Let's go. Our sister, Radical. What's your first name so I can stop calling you Radical? She multitasking.
And I have, just so you know, ma'am, I have you on mute just to reduce the background noise, but you can unmute yourself at any time. Okay, well, we'll move on to an update regarding Tyler Smith. Tyler went out graduation night, high school graduation night, with some of his white friends, and did not make it back home. In his case, one has been arrested, and I don't know if they're still investigating other suspects or not, but we'll go ahead and play this clip.
They don't believe that Tyler Smith shot and killed himself. Today, well, relatives of a Lafayette High School graduate want more answers in his death. They don't believe that Tyler Smith shot and killed himself. Today, our Lee Searcy was there as they went to Fayette District Court for the suspect's first court appearance.
20-year-old Bryce Chestnut stood before a judge charged with tampering with physical evidence. He waived formal arraignment and entered a not guilty plea. Sitting in the courtroom, the family of Tyler Smith, an 18-year-old who police say died from a gunshot on July 4th at a home on Bluebonnet Drive, Lexington. Chestnut's arrest citation says police recovered a gun and a shell casing from the scene, but it didn't match the weapon police found at the scene of Tyler Smith's death. It states Chestnut told police he gave his gun to Smith, who used it on himself. Police have called the shooting accidental and self-inflicted, but Smith's family disputes that.
I don't have any malice in my heart for this person. I still stand in the fact that he's a 20-year-old. And do I think that he set out to hurt my grandson? No. Do I believe that he murdered my grandson? Yes.
Smith's grandmother, Niecy Anderson, questions how police handled the investigation, and she believes other people who she says were at the home the night of the shooting need to be looked at more closely.
There are others that need to have a level of accountability no different than Mr. Chestnut did.
She says another set of eyes is combing over the case, a private investigator hired by the family's attorney.
Whether it's an outside investigator, Lexington Police, and it comes down to what police say happened, what police believe happened, would you be able to accept that?
I can accept it once it's proven, but I will not accept it off what they said. You know, it is your burden of proof. If I were on the other side of this table to prove that I did it, I'm asking them for the same accountability, transparency, and justice.
Bryce Chestnut is scheduled to be back in court September 21st. Tyler Smith's family plans to be there too. In Lexington, Lee Searcy, LEX News.
I'll pause it there. That's not the clip I thought. I thought it was a different one, family. So please disregard that. But it still is in sync with what we have been talking about throughout the show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So again, thoughts and prayers to the family. Rest in peace, Tyler Smith. Just getting ready for his life to start. Lord, getting ready for his life to start.
Yeah, we losing too many of our children. And we laying around doing nothing, not coming together.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear me?
She may need to exit and come back out. You know how that
I see your lips moving, but I don't hear anything anymore.
Can you hear me now?
I can't understand what you're saying. I see your mouth move, but I don't hear anything no more.
It's okay. Do me a favor. What's your first name?
I hear nothing. I just see your mouth moving.
That's right. She can't hear. Go, okay. Tell her. You tell her. Tell her go out. And
maybe I'll just go out and come back in.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes, just tragic. But I want to say I noticed that the last two stories where families have openly said that they are asking for private investigations to take place in these cases. And I know that's something that you and Marcus were talking about even before I played the clip, because it's almost like, no, we don't have any confidence in what law enforcement comes back with. None whatsoever. And even in your work as a freedom fighter, you tell them that a private investigator or forensics is going to have to be involved anyway, just to verify all the facts in the case.
That's a fact. I know TikTok talking, man. They talking over here.
Okay, so while the minister's on the phone, we will thank y'all for joining me on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. Please be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, it's more than just hyping us up. This is hyping up the stories that we cover, the people that we cover. We heard Shirai Davis say, hey, influencers have not been covering the story about my son's unaliving, and she's still looking for answers in his passing. So even that, if you like, share, subscribe, all of the stories that we have talked about, you keep them alive in the algorithm. You keep these people, you keep these sweet souls front of mind. You help them get justice, because we are still looking for answers and we're not letting these stories pass. So yeah, I'm done.
Did Miss Radical come back? Because I'm seeing her picture down there. There she is. It's my daughter, ladies and gentlemen.
How y'all doing, everyone?
Yeah, we're going to do a commercial with you. Tell the people, because what you're doing, we want to get them over there anyhow. All of going on. Let the people know what God has blessed you with and the good deal you're going to give them and help them with their family.
Well, first I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Sharice West, and I am the owner of Weston Evans Funeral Service and Cremation. cremation service. Um, God has blessed me to open my second funeral home. I'm located in Humble, so I have a funeral home, full-fledged funeral home, full-fledged embalming center, and a full-fledged crematory.
What happened?
I don't know.
My God, she just went out. Hope she's all right.
Okay,
Miss
well,
Radical, you back?
no, she's not back. I'm sorry. Yeah, the radical one is back.
Radical, can you hear us? Can you hear me now? They messing with our film and stuff, ladies and gentlemen. TikTok is going down over here. My daughter was speaking about her company uh, and to help people, and the whole phone number went out. Miss Radical, can you hear me? Okay, if she hear me, she'll come up. What's the next one we got?
We really didn't give that one much justice, but
Which one
again,
was it?
thoughts and prayers with the family. We were talking about the need for families to prepare to have PIs in this case, in these types of cases.
Let me clear it then. Every family, I don't give a damn where it's at. Get the money, do GoFundMe, get your family members, whatever you need to do. Make sure that, come back up, baby. Bring them back up, baby. Make sure that you, she at the bottom, baby. Bring them back up.
Okay,
Make,
I'm looking for something. I got it.
make sure you get an investigator. I don't care what they say. Get your own outside investigation, because if you don't, they don't care. And I finished when my daughter finished speaking about our company. Her phone went out some kind of way. Tell them what you got again, my beloved.
So I'm sorry, my phone was interrupted again. That was a family had was calling in just now, but my apologies. So again, I'm into death care. I'm into death care. I'm a licensed insurance agent. If you guys ever need pre-planning service to pre-plan your burial service ahead of time, that is something that we can do. The benefits of what I have going on is I'm a successful Black woman and one of the only Black women in the city of Humble that owns her own crematory. So outside of, if you don't have, or if you know anybody that don't really have maybe a lot of funds to go to the cemetery, then it'll be a one-stop shop with myself over at the funeral home. So that's something that I would like to bring to you guys. We're also a funeral home that also service. We have special deals for first responders and veterans also as well. So
Okay.
that is something that I would like to introduce to you guys.
I
And the
can't wait
name
to
of
get
your
in touch with you.
company?
You have a website, you have a phone number, you have the
Yes,
name of the company. Can we get that and give it to my
sure.
COO, and she'll put it on the page where the people can see it. We touch 1 million people every 30 days. So 1 million people will see what you're doing. You get all that money and you make all the money, you can come sponsor this show. Thank you.
Absolutely. So the name of the funeral home is West in Evans. That's West like the directions, and then there's Evans, EVANS. That's Memorial Funeral and Cremation Service. We're located at 1327 South Houston Avenue. That's located in Humble, Texas, 77338. It's right next door to Humble Civic Center. The funeral home number, hold on. The funeral home number is 346, and that is, hold on.
And text me all of that. We're gonna put it up ourselves and put it on our page.
Yeah, the funeral home number is 346-896-8403. So yeah, and I want to thank you also, Johnny, for allowing me to even come on and introduce what I have going on. I really thank you and the people that support you that's also here on your show.
I thank you so much. You can stay on as we go. We got about another
Sure.
15, 20 minutes. You can see what we do. And
Okay.
I'm gonna let you text me all of that. I'm gonna give
Okay.
it to your old Catherine from Fort Worth, by the way,
Okay.
and then she'll put it out for you. She's a
Okay.
big time marketer. so she can help you with your place. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you
Okay.
in her. She's a
Okay.
mark. She can push a button and everybody see you.
Okay, awesome. So I'll mute my phone and I'll listen and see what you guys do. Thank you guys.
Okay, stay
Thank
on.
you. Thank you for that business
I will.
highlight. Congratulations.
She's congratulating you, Kat. Cherie.
Thank you.
Catherine is congratulating you.
Thank you, Miss Catherine.
You're welcome.
Radical, you back?
Yes, I'm just listening. I want to tell her too. Congratulations. That's a big plus. Hearing the sisters,
That's right.
pushing something like that.
That's my daughter. That's my daughter.
Thank you.
So that's
Thank
your
you.
biological daughter?
That's my
Yeah.
biological daughter.
Really? Okay. Because I'm actually, she said Humble. I'm from Chicago. So, but I live in Texas also. So when she said Humble, I was like, okay, I didn't stay too far from Humble on the north side.
You say you from Chicago?
Yes, but I was in Texas. God led me to the north side, which right there by Humble. I stayed like a 45, 1960 and 45, right there by that shopping center. But I moved down towards East Texas now. So I'm between Lake Charles and Beaumont.
Okay. All right, you good. Let's go to the next clip. Let's go so she can see
No,
what
you
we do.
got interrupted. So as you were saying about families getting investigators.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking on all these unaliving cases. Always get your own autopsy done, forensic. Get your investigators. Do not trust these people. Most of them Ku Klux Klans, skinhead, Proud Boy, and all the time they ain't got the mask on. They got a suit on with a tie, straight tie. They ain't gonna wear no bow tie. Straight tie. Bow tie mean you're free. That loose is what they do, and that's what they've been doing. So again, Mississippi is the most racist state of the United States. It's proven beyond the shadow of a doubt. They got 2,000 unalive hangings, and they ain't got one person guilty. The governor there now, out of 70 hangings from 20 to 2025, 20 of them supposed to be in Mississippi. They got more than anybody. And the governor ain't said a word. I guess him and Donald Trump is the same person. He ain't said a word. So again, always get your own investigation. Don't you ever believe in these people. These people don't give a damn about you. And they put you in slavery, and you're in slavery now economically and mentally. You got a devil sitting on one shoulder, angel on the other. Both suggest us all the time. We must learn to be wise enough to recognize the voices and follow the angels. Black people, stop believing in these people. They don't give a damn about you. I can't say it no clearer. Thank you. Let's go.
Okay, and just want to add to that, even if well, I guess it doesn't matter, but make sure that your lawyer, the DA, that they know who you are. I lost a loved one, and one of my dear baby cousins, and the detective on the case told his mom, like, if you hadn't called me every single week, sometimes several times during the week, that your case probably would have got lost. We would not have solved it if you hadn't stayed on us. So you have to take responsibility, show up to the meetings with the DA, go in force with your family to court if you can, your family and your friends, show up in numbers, even at the trials where they say it doesn't matter. That is the only, you show up like that, they'll know that person was loved and cared for, and they can get to moving. But that, and in addition to having your own, being prepared to have your own team do some investigating. So that's it. You're welcome. I know for all you fighting out there for that, God bless you. I know it's hard. So we're going to end with this clip because we know social media has been pivotal in providing information and deep dives in the Nolan Wells case. They have been on it because we all know Mississippi has not been on it. They've been hoping this thing was going to go away. But like we said, we can't stop, won't stop. And this is a clip from someone explaining the GPS coordinates and what they heard that sounded funny or off when they were listening to that CETO call.
Point in time in the call, she asked him, well, what are your coordinates? And if he was sitting in that chair at that time, he wouldn't have to have said, well, all right, let me go look. When she said, I need your coordinates, he said, all right, let me go look, which implies that he was not sitting in that chair at that moment. But, and then she asked for the coordinates. Then he goes back and sits in the chair. And that would have been the time that the phone or the photo was taken, because that's where the coordinates are on a boat. You're right there where the seat is, where you're operating the boat. So if you're in a sinking boat and you're not aground, as the operator had asked, if you're not physically on that island, then who's manning that boat at that time? Somebody's got to be manning the boat. And it clearly wasn't Wyatt, because he's had to answer her and say and respond and say, let me go look. He also gave two different coordinates. You also hear in the background where it says, come on, let's go. And then on top of the coordinates not matching, he also, when she asked the depth of the water, he first says 17, then he quickly changes it to 31. Now that could be a number of things. But he was obviously distracted. He's paying attention to two things at the same time. When he gave the coordinates, she sounded shocked. She said, oh, are you on Horn Island? Like, it sounds like you're on Horn Island, like directly on it. And then that's when she kept asking, are you aground? And he wasn't answering her at first because he was obviously distracted with whatever was going on. And then now at this point, he's getting flustered. And he says, no, we're sinking. But I think this is the moment almost where he realized that we might be messed up.
So thank you, Willie D. I got that clip from you as well. So just to kind of highlight some of the people that have been doing their own independent investigating in this case, and some of it has great basis and some of it may be far-fetched. I just play it just to let family decide. But what do you think, Minister? You have all the people coming out, the news being put out by the DA's office and the boys that are being accused in the media of having something to do with his death. And then you have all the stuff going on, all the news and stuff surrounding the Wells family. What do you think? How is this going to play out? How can they get a fair and impartial jury there in Mississippi?
Well, it's almost completely impossible. They can't try their case in Mississippi. It's not going to work. They too racist. They stick together, and they are clannish. They're racist. They narcissistic. They think they're better. And we, the original man and woman, all life come from us. So we, their mother and father, not biologically, but genetically. The Mendel law proved that, and Dr. Leakey. So that's a fact. So they're not going to get no justice there. They try to sweep it under the rug now, but they're scared to do it because they think it's going to explode, and it will. So again, everybody's on this case. And from Dr. Umar to Willie D from the Ghetto Boys and our wonderful platform, this is no joke. Al Sharpton and Ben Crump, everybody on this NAACP done joined. Urban League done joined. We're not going for it because the inconsistencies we know for a fact is a homicide. We're not waiting. We waiting to know who did it, but we know for a fact it's a homicide. We got enough evidence. You don't take body parts out unless you're trying to hide something. Took his throat out, stomach, whatever else. Trying to hide something. So that's what this is. Then he had his knife, his keys, and his phone. And you go to a party, I think it was two parties or one party, and the people asked him, what Nolan at? Because they used to send them together. What Nolan at? Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know about think I'm saying nothing guilty. What? Guilty? What you talking about? He gave himself up right there. And then at the party doing his thing, but his brother somewhere unalive. And then turn around, went got something to eat, went home, talked to the mother. Never told the mother, I got your son's keys and I got your son's phone. They had to put a track on it and go that morning. And the sister went off on him, and it took them 15 minutes to give him the phone. And when they finally get the phone, it's been deleted. Come on, man. Homicide. Stop it. Then Willie D got a picture with his name Bart, right? Bart on there with the girl hugging her. Used to be his girlfriend. And then I have some brother Nolan with the girl. And the girl last night on Nancy Grace's show say she heard him arguing over the woman. And they wanted his phone. And he wouldn't give it up. They start fighting. She seen them fighting. Not me, her. Now all of a sudden we don't know where she at. Come on, man.
Well.
And the grandfather, he turned around and tell the people, my sisters, that I got the ship. They called in and said the boat sinking. We need help. The grandfather called back and told the police, shut it down. Don't, in other words, don't come. I got it. And went over there and protected his grandchildren. What he did. And the girl on the tape, what did she say? Miss COO, what the girl in the tape, what did we hear her say?
Nolan, don't unalive. Yeah.
I think y'all heard that, huh? Why would she say that? The only reason she said it because she seen it. You say what you see. So that bull crap and that Ku Klux Klanism and your racism has caught up with you. You, Mississippi, burning, the movie y'all did, burning. The governor need to go. The mayor need to go. Y'all are rotten bastards, and the chief of police. Y'all rotten to the core. And I pray every day God remove y'all and put the plagues on. You already got a curse on you. You're not getting away. Y'all going to hell with a gasoline jacket on. Y'all work for the devil and you animals. My phone number is 281-896-8215. Call me. I come to Mississippi. Yeah. You ain't gonna touch me. You ain't gonna put me on no tree. You ain't gonna choke me in no water. Rotten bastards. Yeah, it's a homicide. And the woman is crying every day about her son. Just had his birthday yesterday. That's out of line, man. And God letting this case be seen by the whole world where it can show the racism of America and the racism of Mississippi, and the president ain't said a damn thing. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm just like Epstein. They ain't do nothing with him either.
Make no doubt about it, sister. They not getting away. Donald Trump, Israel controlling Donald Trump. He's a puppet and robot. So again, sister, on this show here, we speak the truth. We get the evidence and we speak the truth.
I don't know how much time you got, but I sent you a couple of clips. It's off Facebook. It's the lady I was telling you about. You can post it and let us see it, or if you want to look at it on your own time.
No, I'm gonna send it to my.
No, we'll check it out on our next show because we need to wrap up. But thank you.
You're welcome.
No, thank you. I'm looking at it right here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the woman. Actually, she's actually playing more detective than Mississippi. She bringing all the evidence, and then she's Caucasian. She think like them. She may not be like them. So she's breaking all the awareness to all the loopholes that they trying to cover.
We definitely gonna play her, and I'm gonna call you to make sure you're on the show with us.
Yes, please do.
I promise.
And make sure y'all follow her, because basically, I'm telling you, this woman should have been CIA herself. And you know what? I guess, like I said, she Caucasian. She said, "I am so sorry, Black people, that it took for a boy to lose his life for me to find my tribe."
My God. What's her name?
Look at the video. It's on there. Her name Kim something. It's on Facebook.
Okay.
Thank you
We're
for
gonna
that.
play
We're
it.
definitely gonna check it out.
We're gonna play it, and we're gonna get it, check it out. we're gonna do a show for my COO out here.
And I sent you the other video of the young lady. It's another lady named Katie on there. I mean, another lady, but she picked up on the video. She zoomed in on Katie, the girl that y'all talking about. He was fighting, they was fighting over about Nolan. She basically dry snitched, and she had a footage that she zoomed in and showed the evidence that she was right there at the same time as everything was going on. And it's another one on there where the opposite, the oppositions try to go to an engineer, a Navy engineer, to kind of clear up the recording to hear what they were saying, and it basically said exactly what they said. He's unalived and different stuff in the background. And she's a black woman.
And that's why we need you, because your eyes gonna see something we don't see. I'm glad you're a warrior for God, and we welcome you to come on the show and help us. And I will call you. I promise I'm gonna call you, and I'm gonna let Captain set up something about it. We might do like a 30-minute, 45-minute show, because Captain leaving tomorrow, and I can't wait till next week. So I'm definitely coming back on there tonight for 35.
All right, tonight what time?
I'll let you know.
My other question is too: why don't people reach out to the Black Panthers? Why no one pull it on them?
We're gonna put a pin in it.
We're gonna put a pin in it. We're gonna talk to you about it.
Okay, I just threw it out there. To be continued.
It's a good no. It's a good throw. I love the Black Panthers, but they have to. I love them. I know them. Both you got two of them: New Black Panther and the Black Panther. I don't have silver. Whatever they want to do, I reached out to them. I told them I'm here. I told them I helped with the hanging case, all that. They ain't called me. You know what I'm saying? So the Nation of Islam bigger than all of them put together. So I'm touching millions. They not. So again, when they want to come and talk to me, I love them. That's all I need to do. So they have not. So I'm gonna let them do their thing, and I'm gonna be successful in what I do. Yeah,
Amen.
I got millions behind me, not 20, 30, millions. Yeah.
Well, hopefully the Nation of Islam will get in this.
I am the Nation of Islam. What you talking about?
Are you? Oh, I used to stay right by the cathedral right there on Stony Island, Chicago.
Okay, I love y'all. We're gonna end it right here, fam. So
okay, I'm sorry.
thank y'all for joining us today. If you're watching this on replay, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, and drop a comment. Let us know what your thoughts. Remember, all of your engagement with our channel, this keeps these stories alive. It keeps it in front of the world. Keep us jumping in your algorithm. So with that, family, many blessings, much peace. Until later.
Come back to TikTok. Thank you.
I am black, beautiful, proud. I must be respected. I must be protected.